Okay, so we've all seen those mind-blowing demos, right? An AI coding assistant just whips up a function, fixes a bug, or even builds a simple web page in like seconds. It seriously feels like magic. But here's the real question. Can today's AI agents actually go all the way? Can they take a single document of requirements and build an entire complex software application from a completely blank slate? That's what we're going to dig into. And trust me, the answer is way more surprising than you think. Right, let's get straight to the heart of it. The huge gap between the hype and the reality really comes down to this one big distinction. You see, writing a single, isolated function, that's what you'd call a short horizon task. The AI has all the context it needs right there in front of it. But building a real project, a whole repository with multiple files, crazy dependencies, and an actual architecture that makes sense, well, that's a long horizon task. It requires planning, memory, and the ability to reason over hundreds, sometimes even thousands of steps. So, to figure out how good AIs really are at these long, complex tasks, I went looking for answers, and I stumbled upon this amazing research paper that finally puts them to a brutally practical test. It introduces what might just be the ultimate coding challenge for an AI today. It's called NL2 Repo Bench, and it was created by researchers from places like ByteDance specifically to test this gap. The whole idea is simple, but the task itself is incredibly hard. NL2 Repo literally just means natural language to repository. The AI gets a single document and has to spit out a full, working software library. No tricks, no shortcuts, the whole shebang. So how does this whole thing work? Well, first, the AI is given just one thing, a detailed requirements document. And we're not talking about a simple prompt here. This is a document that can be almost 20,000 tokens long. It's outlining the project's goals, the API design, all the core features. It's pretty much the exact kind of brief a human developer would get at the start of a new project. And this is what really illustrates the core challenge. The agent starts with a completely blank directory. I mean, nothing. There's no pre-existing code, no project scaffolding to get it started, no function signatures to just fill in. It has to figure everything out from absolute scratch, just like a human would. And that's what makes NL2 Repo Bench so different, and frankly, so much harder than other tests that often give the AI a bit of a head start. And from that one empty folder, the AI has to do it all. It has to design the entire architecture, deciding which files to create and how they're all going to talk to each other. It has to figure out and manage all the external software dependencies. Then it has to write the actual code, making sure functions in totally different files work together perfectly. And finally, it has to package it all up into a finished, installable library. It's a massive job. And here's the most critical part, the real kicker. How do we know if it actually worked? There's no subjective grading here. The AI's creation is judged against the original, official test suite of the real-world open-source project it was trying to copy. It's a simple pass or fail. The tests either run or they don't. There is absolutely no partial credit for getting close. It's all or nothing. So, with that incredibly strict test in place, the researchers basically unleashed the world's most advanced AI models on this challenge. We're talking GPT, Claude, Gemini, all the big names. Now, given all the hype we hear, you'd probably expect them to do pretty well, right? But the results were, well, let's just call them a bit sobering. So get this, the very best AI models only manage to pass, on average, less than 40% of the required tests. Just let that sink in for a second. This isn't a 40% success rate at building the whole app. It's a 40% pass rate on the individual functional tests. That means, on average, they are failing more than 60% of the time. Oof. And here's the leaderboard. As you can see, even the top performer barely scrapes by that 40% average pass rate. Other major models are even further behind, with some scoring surprisingly low. This really challenges the idea that any single model is some kind of silver bullet for coding. The data is pretty clear. All of them struggle, big time, with this kind of long horizon task. Okay, but this is where the paper gets truly fascinating. It doesn't just tell us that the models fail, it tells us why. The researchers analyzed what the agents were doing and uncovered two main reasons for failure that are almost, well, human. It seems AIs have their own distinct ways of just giving up on a problem. The first failure mode they found is called early termination. You can think of this as the overconfident AI. It works for a while, it writes some code, and then it confidently just declares, I'm done. But it's not. The project is incomplete, files are missing, the code is buggy. It's almost like the AI hallucinates that it's finished and checked its own work, and then just stops.
The second type is the complete opposite, non-finish. This is the passive AI. It gets stuck, or maybe it becomes unsure of what to do next, and instead of trying to solve the problem, it just stops and waits. It might ask for help, something like, okay, I've set up the file structure, should I proceed now? But in a fully autonomous test with no human around to give it a little nudge, that's a fatal flaw.
This chart tells such a fascinating story. On one side, you have models with a super high early termination rate. These are the wildly overconfident ones. But then on the other side, look at a model like GPT-5. Its non-finish rate is staggering. It almost always stops and waits for a human, which really suggests it's been heavily trained for collaboration, not for flying solo. The models that do the best are the ones that find a sweet spot in the middle, avoiding both of these failure traps.
Okay, so you might be thinking the problem is just memory, right? If an AI has a massive context window, basically a huge short-term memory, it should be able to handle these long projects. A bigger memory has to be better. Well, the research found it's not quite that simple.
So yeah, a big memory, a large context window is definitely important. The top performers use it to kind of keep the whole project in mind at once, but it's not a silver bullet. The researchers found that some models with these huge memories still didn't do very well. So the takeaway is clear. Having a big memory is necessary, for sure, but it's pretty much useless without the powerful reasoning ability to actually put that memory to good use.
And if you need one final absolutely mind-blowing piece of evidence, here it is. The researchers ran a test where they basically gave the AI all the answers ahead of time. They literally handed it the hidden test cases it was going to be graded on. And even in this cheating scenario, the best AI, Claude-Sonnet 4.5, still couldn't get a perfect score. Its pass rate only jumped to just under 60%. That proves the problem isn't just about knowing what to build, it's the fundamental challenge of actually executing a complex long-term plan.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it means we need a better mental model for what AI can and can't do in software development right now. It's not magic, and it's definitely not about to replace entire development teams. It's an incredibly powerful tool, but it's a tool with very clear, very measurable limitations. The next time you see a demo of an AI coding agent, you can apply this new reality check. Just ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. Is it just writing a single little function, or is it building a complete, multi-file project? 2. Has its capability been tested on a really tough, long-horizon benchmark like this one? And 3, is it working completely on its own, or does it need a human in the loop to constantly guide it and get it unstuck? This research just brilliantly shines a light on the current frontier. I mean, solving short-term coding tasks is becoming pretty commonplace, but mastering that long-horizon reasoning that's required for true, autonomous software development, that remains one of the great unsolved challenges for AI. The question now is, what's it going to take to finally cross that frontier?